Good morning to all. Welcome back to my channel if you already been here. Welcome if you're a new subscriber. I believe it's Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know, but I hope you have a blessed and wonderful day. We're gonna get jump right into it, early morning. I'm in the book of Jeremiah. I've been working on reading this more so I could be better personally. I'm not sure who's gonna resonate or relate to this, but I got my Bible open. We're gonna go to Jeremiah 4. Jeremiah 4. I just started reading this book, and yeah, let's go. So, if you will return, O Israel, return to me. Declare the Lord. If you put your detestable idols out of my sight, and no longer go astray, and if in trustful, just, and righteous way you swear, as surely as the Lord lives, then the nations will be blessed by him. And him they will glory. This is what the Lord says to the man of Judah and to Jerusalem. Break up your unplowed ground and do not sow among thorns. Right? I haven't read this before, so if you see me struggling or stumbling, I just started reading this, so bear with me. Um, uh, yourself to the Lord, circumcise your heart. Circumcise yourself to the Lord, circumcise your heart. You men of Jacob and people of Jerusalem, or what wrath will break out and burn like fire, because of the evil you have done, burnt with no one to anguish it. Right? Announce in Judah and proclaim it in Jerusalem, said, sound the trumpet through the land, cry aloud and say, gather together, let us flee to the fortress city, raise the signal to go to Zion, flee for safety without delay, for I am bringing disaster from the north, even terrible destructions. A lion has come out of his hair, a disaster of nation has set out. He has left his place to lay waste your hand. Wait, I said that wrong. He has left his place to lay waste your land. Your towns will lie in ruins without inhabitants. So put on slack clothes, Lamont, and Wall. See, if you read the Bible, you know that some things are not they're not used to the new readings that we're used to. So some of it's like I would read it and it sounds like it doesn't make sense, or it's like a word that's complicated in front of me. So like I said, bear with me. Um, for the fury, anger of the Lord has not turned away from us. In the day, declares the Lord, the king and the officials will lose heart. The priests will be horrified. Priests will be hor. The priests will be horrified, and the prophets will be appalled. Then I said, Ah, servant, Lord, how completely you have deceived the people in Jerusalem by saying, you will have peace. Then the sword is at our throats. At the moment, this people At that time, this people of Jerusalem will be told, a soaring wind from barren heights and disaster blows towards my people, but not to my wound or cleanness. And wind too strong for that comes from me. Now I pronounce my judgments against him. Look, he advanced like the clouds. His chariots come like whirlwind. His horse are swifter than eagles. Woe to us! We are ruined, O Jerusalem. Wash the evil from the heart and be saved. How long will you harbor wicked thoughts? A voice is announced from Dan. Proclaim disaster from the hills of Etham. I know that name because somebody on the church they named him Etham. Ephraim. They named him after someone in the Bible. Tell this to the nations. Proclaim it to Jerusalem. A blessing army is coming from a distant land, rising a war cry against the cities of Judah. They were surrounded like the man guarding a field, because she has rebelled against me, declared the Lord. Your own conduct and actions have brought this upon you. This is your punishment. How bitter it is. How it how it pierced to the heart. Oh my anguish. I write I write in pain, oh agony of my heart. Oh the agony of my heart. My heart pounds within me. I cannot keep silent, for I have heard the sound of the trumpet, and I have heard the battle cry. Disasters follow. Disaster follows disaster. The whole land lies in ruin. And in an instant, my tent are destroyed. My shelter in a moment. How long must I see the battle standard and hear the sound of the trumpet? Whew, need a breather. My people are fools. They do not know me. They are senseless children. They have no understanding. They are skilled in being evil. They know not how to be good. I looked at the earth, and it was formless and empty, and at the heavens, and their light was gone. Look at the mountains, and they were quaking. All the hills were swaying. I looked, and there were no people. Every bird in the sky had flown away. I looked, and the fruitful land was disaster, and it is towns. What am I doing? I'm struggling right now. Like I said, this is not something that I read before. If I read it before, I would have already understood the rhythm of the flow of how the words are. But let's get back into it. They are skilled in doing evil, they know not how to do good. I looked at the earth, and it was formless and empty, and at the heavens there were light that was gone. I looked at the mountains, and they were quaking, and all the hills were swaying. I looked, and there were no people. Every bird in the sky had flown away. I looked, and the fruitful land was a desert, and its town lay in ruins before the Lord, before the fiery anger. This was what the Lord said. The whole land will be ruined, though I will not destroy it completely. Therefore, the earth will mourn and the heavens above grow dark, because I have spoken and will not relent. I have decided and will not return back. And at the sound of horsemen and acres, eight, I hope I read that right. Every month takes a flight. Some go into dicks, some some climb upon, some climb up among the rocks. All the towns are deserted, no one lives in them. What are you what are you doing, oh the deceitful one? Why dress yourself in scarlet and put on jewelry of gold? Why shade your eyes with paint? You you yourself in vain. You adorn you I don't know that word. Your- Yourself in vain. Your lover despites you. You skip your life. I hear a cry as a woman in labor, groan as one of the bearing first child. The cry of the daughter of Zion, gasping for breath, scratching her hands and saying, "At last, I am fainting. My life is given over to murderers." So, like I said, I just started reading the book of Jeremiah. So basically, the book of Jeremiah, Jeremiah was 12. He was young, and God had something for him to do. God wanted him to go deliver a message, and he's like, "I'm a kid. Like nobody's gonna listen to me." He's like, God's like, "Go ahead and go do it. They're gonna listen, or if they don't listen, I'm gonna protect you. I'm gonna back you up." So, uh, so far, that's what it has been about. He sent him places to let them know that, hey, this is what's about to happen. This is what's gonna go down. So basically, this is what Jeremiah's work is so far about. It's a child that had a calling on his life. God called him to do certain things, and there were certain people that turned their back on God, started worshiping false gods, false things, and God had enough of it. And as you can hear, it just was a lot of disaster. Okay, disaster. He didn't a lot of disaster. He didn't completely destroy the whole land. That was Jeremiah 4. Jeremiah 4. Like I said, I just read this on here. Uh, I just read this. I don't fully have 100% understanding like I want to. So I'm gonna go back and read it, of course, on my own time. Good morning. Good morning. If you just joined, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, and I hope you have a blessed, wonderful day. I almost said Happy Holidays, and the holidays is clearly over. Um, if you just joined, I'm just reading some scriptures from the Bible. Try to get myself in a positive state of mind to go out there and get ready, and things of that nature. So, but I was in Jeremiah. Now I'm gonna go to Proverbs. Proverbs. Proverbs has a lot of wisdom. It's a lot of wisdom. It's a lot of wisdom. Let's see. I don't know which one should I read. I mean, like, I'm saying, like, which one should I read? I have read the whole book All right, we're gonna go to Proverbs 12. Proverbs 12. So whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but he who hates corruption is stupid. He who so Proverbs 12, right? Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but he who hates correction is stupid. A good man obtains favor from the Lord, but the Lord condemns a crafty man. A man cannot be established through wickedness, but the righteousness cannot be uprooted. So that was 12. You see, I'm gonna go back. That was really good so far. Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but he who hates correction is stupid. A good man obtains favor from the Lord, but the Lord condemns a crafty man. A man cannot be established through wickedness, but the righteous cannot be uprooted. Right? Right? So now we're going to continue. A wife of a noble character, a wife of a noble character is her husband's crown, but a disgraceful wife is like a decay in his bones. The plans of the righteous are just, but advice of the wicked is disgraceful. The words of the wicked lie and wait for blood, but the speech of the upright rescues them. Right? Wicked men are overthrown and are no more, but the house of the righteous stands firm. A man is praised according to his wisdom, but men with wrapped up minds are deceitful. Better to be a nobody and yet have a servant than pretend to be somebody and have no food. Haha. Better to be a nobody and yet have a servant than to pretend to be somebody and have no food. A righteous man cares for the needs of his animal, but the kind act, but the kindest acts of the wicked are cruel. He who works in the land will have abundant food, but he who chases fantasies lacks judgment. The wicked desire a pounder of evil man, but the root of the righteous flourish. An evil man is trapped by his sinful talk, but a righteous man escapes trouble. From the fruit of his lips a man is filled with good things, and as surely as the work of his hands rescue him. The way of fool seems right to him, but a wise man listens to advice. A fool shows his anoint, anoints at once, but prudent men overlook an insult. A truthful witness gives true, honest testimony, but a false witness tells lies. Reckless words pierce like a sword, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. Truthful lips endure forever, but a lying tongue lasts only a moment. This is thankful in the heart of those who plot evil, but joy for those who promote peace. No harm befall the righteous, but the wicked have their fill of trouble. Fill of trouble. The Lord detests lying lips, but delights in the men who are truthful. A prudent man keeps his knowledge to himself, but the heart of the fools are fooly. laziness, and, and slave labor. And anguish heart weighs a man down, but a kind word cheers him up. A righteous man is cautious in friendship, but the way of the wicked lays them astray. The lazy man does not roast his game, but the diligent man prays the possession. In the way of the righteous there is life, among the path is immorality. So that was just Proverbs 12. Proverbs 12. I read the whole chapter just now with you guys. I highly recommend you guys to go read Proverbs on your own. It is a book full of wisdom. Book full of wisdom. You can't go wrong with reading it. It, it's amazing. So Proverbs 12, verse 9, right? It says, better to be a nobody yet to have a servant than to pretend to be somebody and have no food, right? So we have a lot of people online that they pretend to be something. You know, they're if we're looking at their accounts online, we're thinking they're somebody and they got it, right? But they could be somebody that's pretending to have it and don't got no food, right? Like it says, better to be a nobody and yet have a servant and to pretend to be somebody and have no food, right? And then you go to 10, it says, a righteous man cares for the needs of his animal, but the kindest act of wicked or cruel, right? So it's like, Book of Proverbs is just, it's amazing. So I'll probably even read another chapter with you guys. I don't know. Because you want to, early in the morning, I think this is the best thing to do. Find wisdom. I'm not sure what you believe in or, you know, whatever God you believe in. But I definitely open up the Bible. I do believe in the Holy Spirit. I do believe in God. I do believe in Jesus as the Son. And they do operate all together, holy matrimony and all that stuff. But I do think this is a positive route to start your morning. Uh, Open this up. Definitely get some wisdom, to go out there and be ready, prepared. So we're gonna go to Proverbs 17, right? Proverbs 17. Better a dry crust with peace and quiet than a house full of feasting with strife. See what I'm saying? A wise servant will rule over a disgraceful son and will share the inherit as one of the brothers. For silver in the furnace, gold, but the Lord tests the heart. A wicked man listens to evil lips. A liar pays attention to malice tongue. He who mocks the poor shows competence for their maker. Ha! Whoever glass over disaster will go unpunished. Will not go unpunished. Children, children are a crown to age, and parents are the proud of their children. Ignorant lips are unsuited to a fool. How much worse lying lips to a ruler? A charge to one who gives it. Whatever he turns, he succeeds. He who covers over an offensive, he, he who covers over an offensive promotes love. But whoever repeats the matter separate close friends. we're in Proverbs 17, right? Or Proverbs 17. I really wanted to be in Proverbs 18. I'm sorry, guys. The 17 is still good. The whole book of Proverbs is good. All right? We're going to switch over to 18. 18, uh, verse 2. I'm just going to give like the key points that I see. A fool finds no pleasure in understanding, but delights in airing his own opinions. When wickedness comes, who does something in the will shame come disgrace, right? A fool finds no pleasure in understanding and delights in airing his own opinions. When wickedness comes, so does contempt. Contempt. I'm not the best reader in the world, but we here. With shame comes disgrace. So, like I said, you definitely want to start your day off on a positive note. Read some wisdom. Listen to whatever you got to listen to help you be positive. Whatever works for you. Go out there, be positive. Be positive. It may be cold. I think it's like 2 degrees where I'm at right now. It may be really cold, but don't let that stop you with whatever goal you know and things that you're trying to do. So, um, start your day out right, and be positive.